All right, let's jump right in. Today, we're going to talk about a massive shift that's happening in an industry most of us, well, we kind of dread dealing with it, right? Roof replacements. It's an experience that's so often filled with frustration and confusion, but a new model is basically flipping the entire script, moving from all those hidden costs to total, complete transparency.
Does this sound familiar? I mean, this quote just hits the nail on the head. For most people, the stress isn't really about the new shingles on the roof. It's about that agonizing, high-pressure, and frankly confusing process of just trying to get the darn job done.
Right, so let's unpack that feeling. We're calling this first part the homeowner's headache because it is such a universal experience. You know, that anxiety and mistrust that comes with any major home repair.
And here it is. This is the question that drives everyone crazy. You do your homework. You get 3 different companies to give you a quote for the exact same roof, using the exact same materials. And what do you get? 3 wildly different prices. How is that even possible? It feels like you're playing a guessing game, and it makes the whole process feel adversarial right from the start.
So to get to the answer, we have to pull back the curtain on the traditional way of doing things. Let's take a look inside what we're calling the old playbook. And wow, this slide really just spells out the whole game, doesn't it? You've got that 2-hour high-pressure sales pitch right at your kitchen table. You have quotes that seem deliberately confusing, packed with gimmicks like, hey, sign today and get 10% off. And all of this leads to the most important point. The final price often has less to do with the actual cost of the roof and a lot more to do with the salesman's commission.
So where do those massive price differences even come from? Well, get ready for this number. In that traditional model, it is common to see hidden markups and inflated margins of 40 to 60%, or sometimes even more, just baked right into your quote. And this isn't just profit, it's a huge buffer to cover sales commissions and overhead that you, the homeowner, never ever see. Okay, so that's the problem, and it's a big one. But now, the story pivots. Because in response to all this frustration, a new model is emerging. We're not just talking about a better roofing company, but an entirely different category of company altogether.
And this slide just perfectly illustrates the night and day difference. I mean, look at this. On the left, you've got the old playbook driven by commissions and pressure. On the right, a totally new approach. Instead of those hidden markups, there's just a flat fee. Instead of a 2-hour sales pitch, it's a 30-minute virtual meeting. The focus shifts completely from trying to close the sale to actually educating the buyer.
So the key here is this idea of a flat fee model. Let's define that really clearly. Instead of hiding their profit by marking up the cost of shingles or the cost of labor, the company just charges one single, transparent fee for managing your project. You exactly what they make, and it's completely separate from the actual cost of the job itself. Okay, so how does this flat fee thing actually work when you get a quote? It's pretty simple. The entire project is just broken down into 4 transparent costs.
This chart shows it perfectly. Your total price is just these 4 things added together. You see the actual cost of materials paid to the supplier, the actual cost of labor paid to the installers, the cost for disposal, and then there it is, that smaller, clearly defined slice for the company's project management fee. There's just nowhere for those hidden markups to hide.
And this slide just breaks down how it all adds up. It's as simple as 1, 2, 3, 4. You're basically getting to see the receipts for your own project. You know what the supplier gets, what the crew gets, what the waste company gets, and what the management company gets. It's just radical transparency. But you know, this new approach isn't just about a different pricing structure. It's a fundamental shift in philosophy, moving away from aggressive sales tactics and moving toward empowering you, the homeowner, with real information.
And the process itself totally reflects this. Look how efficient and respectful of your time this is. No more trapping you at your kitchen table for hours. It starts with a quick 15-minute call to understand what you need, and that's followed by a 30-minute virtual meeting to walk you through every single detail of the transparent quote.
So the whole point here is that the company's goal completely changes. It's no longer about hitting a sales quota. The new goal is simply to give you the information you need to understand why prices vary so much, to understand the real differences in materials, and to know how to compare all your quotes intelligently so you can make a decision you feel 100% confident in. It all comes down to this core belief, which is so simple but so revolutionary for this industry. You have the right to know the true, itemized cost of your project, not just some bundled-up price with hidden profits, before you ever make a decision. And when homeowners experience this level of clarity and honesty, the reaction is almost always the same. It's a feeling of relief. The feeling that the process is no longer some game to be won or lost. Instead, you're just left with one simple thought. This just makes sense. Which leaves us with a final, big question. Why hasn't it always been this way?